Hello, everybody. Welcome back to TonySpicks.com. I'm Tony T. Time to bring in Mindy Hahne. We got a pick from college basketball for Sunday from Mindy, Northwestern, UConn. And of course, we want you guys to know you can find her content now over that OG Cappers YouTube channel. We'll talk more about that in a little bit. We'll bring Mindy in right now. Mindy having a great year in college hoops this year. Mindy, how you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm enjoying the tournament, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's been a great tournament. Of course, we mentioned that you can find Mindy's content now over at OG Cappers. She's pushed as part of the Tony's Picks network there. But if you're looking for her full game compilation, team versus team, also as well Cappers that she's recruited into OG Cappers, you'll find plenty of content there. So make sure you type OG Cappers on YouTube and subscribe and get all of Mindy's content. You can see the full compilation: NHL, NBA, of course, baseball is coming up. They've got Bo and a lot of the guys out there with NBA, also shorts. Make sure you guys get on over there. OG Cappers, search it on YouTube. All right, let's get underway here with our pick from Mindy. It's Northwestern, UConn going head-to-head here on Sunday. We see UConn favored 14, total 135.5.
Yeah, I think this should be a decent outing, right? I mean, it kind of looks like UConn might have their way with them, but I'm going to go ahead and take a look at the total here in this one. I mean, UConn, if you look at them, kind of some of their strengths, right, are they're really efficient at shooting. They have this strong assist game. They're averaging 81 points right now, 81.2 points, and they're sixth in the nation in assists. I just kind of look at both of these two teams with that turnover assist ratio. They are tied for number one in the nation. So both of these teams, all that means is they're very, very efficient, right? There isn't a lot of turnovers, not a lot of the ball being moved around. They just go ahead, give it, and put it in. Northwest, we watched them yesterday against Gulf Coast. It was a tough one. You can see they kind of live and die by the three. So it's going to depend on if Northwestern can go out there and shoot just like they did. If they're going to have a little bit of trouble shooting, then it might be UConn perhaps running away with it. But they've been playing really well recently. You know, I like to watch them because they're here in the Big Ten with my Iowa and Nebraska schools. 6-4 in their last 10, averaging almost 70 points a game. 73.8 here overall this season. And they are seventh in that 3-point percentage. So again, it's going to come down to that. I mean, if Bowie could go out there again and have a great day, then we're looking at like this could be something that gets close, right? I just say these two teams are more than efficient with what they got going on. And I like to do modeling. So here's how my modeling compares with this total. I have it right now, a 74-66. This is going to be away versus away. So that's a total of 140. That rolling average, away and away, it looks like it's sitting at 143, 68 to 75. Now, the numbers with modeling, it's always a little bit hard, right? Because you're working, it's hard to predict a game that's like going to be a 20-point difference. But if I have games that are 10, it's going to be one of those that it may be that we're predicting UConn with a higher than normal spread, right? Maybe they're going to go ahead and cover that 14. But I feel pretty confident with where everything is that these totals and all of the modeling, if I look at road versus road, if I look at home and road, I mean, I've checked out all the models and everything is showing that it's going to go ahead and go over this 135.5. Another thing that I kind of look at is, you know, some of these Ken Palm rankings that you hear about. So if I can find Ken Palm rankings, an overall score, right, if you look at offensive and defensive efficiencies between the two teams, if I can find that to be over 420, that's one of those that it tips to the scale more than not that this is also indicating that it will be an over game. So you have two better offenses than the defenses in this one. So these are coming at about 436 between these two. So it's over that 420 threshold there. And I also have UConn better by like about 30 basis points just in talent. But I think everything here looks to be an over the total, Tony.
All right, Mindy Hahne, find her pre-and-plays over at TonySpicks.com. Northwestern, UConn, over total here of 135.5. All right, Mindy, let's take a look over at TonySpicks.com here for action on Sunday. Of course, lots of college hoop here on the board, NBA in action as well.
Right.
Plenty on the ice for a Sunday. Mindy, really good results here in 2024 in college hoops. 1,003 units of profit, all documented over at TonySpicks.com. So when you go to Mindy's handicapper page, you can verify all those numbers. What do you have going on over at the site?
Yeah, so you talked about 10 NHL. I got my local Lancers team here in Omaha. But yeah, 10 NHL games. I will be in heavy in the NHL action. I love it. I think it is a way to find some of those diamonds in the rough. So I'll definitely be having about a 5 pack in the NHL for you. Also, 6 games in the NBA. So it's usually one of those I can always find one or two that I really like. And then, of course, in college basketball, I can already see that I'll have quite a few plays for you in a package I can put together. I feel like we're doing well. We're getting into like talent in the tournament. So that's what I like. I like teams that match up well. It's hard for me with modeling to predict something like a Stetson and a Purdue or whoever is playing each other, right? Um, but as we get going closer, I feel like I start finding my groove again with the like talent in the modeling. So I can play a little bit heavier when we get into those rounds there, Tony.
Yeah, round of 32, round of 16. That
Yep.
helps the modelers quite a bit because these are teams that are kind of grouped amongst each other, some of the best of the best. And that's the way to
Right.
roll, guys. So get on board with Mindy Hahne over at TonySpace.com. You can see the long-term pass will serve you well. You want to try her out for a 7-day pass. That's not a bad idea. A lot of college hoops here for the next 7 days, as well as NBA and NHL. So lots of sports overlapping. No better time to go long term, and we'll save you some money when you use that promo code TonyT at checkout. You can access Mindy's page. Click the link in the description. It'll take you directly to her handicapper page. Go ahead and sign up. And of course, you could use that promo code TonyT at checkout to save that 20% off. And of course, if you're looking for more content from Mindy, OG Cappers is her YouTube channel where she has a lot of all her compilations, her team versus team predictions, and of course a lot of other cappers you recruited in.
Yeah, so I do the full game breakouts, Tony T style for the NHL and NBA. So you can check out all of those in its entirety. We do some fun stuff with some VIPs and some text plays. So make sure you go ahead and check that out. Also, Bo, he does a rundown of all of the NBA games. He's been doing well. And then we have shorts by Latifa and CJ and Danny Dimes. And then we do some live shows, right, with Dave and with Mark and with Scott. So I think we have a little bit of everything that you're looking for. It's nice to go ahead. I mean, Tony can't interview, 14 cappers a day, but this way, if we have the two of us breaking that up, then you can have all of the sports that you can handle, you guys. We have some great stuff going on. But yeah, go ahead and like and subscribe. Click on that bell to get the latest notifications because you don't want to miss out on any of the action. You can use this channel with Tony's in order to find that consensus there that you're looking for.
That's right, guys. So go on to YouTube, type OG Cappers. You'll find Mindy's YouTube channel, her team versus team compilations, all the cappers that she recruited into OG, of course, powered by TonySpace.com. So
Right.
there you go. So go ahead and become a subscriber. You'll get all the content there. So that's the way to roll. All right, there with Mindy Hahne over at OG Cappers. All right, Mindy, as always, great having your show. Have yourself a
Thank you.
great afternoon. Continue great work, and we'll catch up with you again tomorrow.
All right, we'll see ya.
Yeah, for Mindy Hahne, I'm Tony T. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow.